Okay folks, welcome back. This is Mr. Imran Iqbal. We're making a new video today on rearranging equations. Now, rearranging equations, so in the first question that we have over here, let's hope I've got the right tool set up. Question number 1. We want to make x the subject. At the moment, y is the subject, y equals. So we want to finish up with something at the end that says x equals whatever that is. So that's where we're going to end up. Let's go to that for the moment, tidy up the page. Right, so I'm going to highlight the x. This is what we're looking at. And as I said in the previous video, when you look at algebra and you want to make x the subject, x is the face of the subject. This is where we're going to start. This is where we look for identification. So x has been timed by 2. This is my first action. Then it's been divided by 3, my second action. So right over here, first times by 2. And the second action is actually divide by 3, not the 3 itself. So as we said before, when we start to rearrange this equation, we always start the last action first. We normally start the division first. So the opposite of divide by 3 on this side is 2, times by 3 the other side. So that should give us over here now 3y. And I'm going to rid of that second action there because that's actually in my way. The whole rubber. Let's put that out a bit. Because that's in my way. I'm going to run out of space. Brush. Okay. So 3y is now equal to 2 times by x. So remember, x is what we want to work out. We've got one thing left to do now. That is opposite time by 2. So we've got to grab the time by 2 now. Opposite time by 2 is divide by 2. So we have to move we have to undo 2 actions. So we end up with 3y divided by 2 is equal to x. And that's the end of that question. Opposite divide is time, opposite times is divide. Let's move on to the next question. We have here question number 2. Y is equal to x over 4 plus 7. Y is equal to that? I don't know. It says y equals to that. So we want to work out the value of x. X is the face of the equation. That's what we look at first. This is where we start. X has been divided by 4. That's called our first action. Then it's been added by 7. That's called our second action. So we have to know that. So we always move the last action first. So I'm going to move the plus 7 first. Opposite the add 7 is minus 7. When we change side, we change sign. So we now have over here y minus 7 equals x divided by 4. Now we have to move the divide by 4 next. Opposite divide by 4 is time by 4 on this side. So we left with 4 lots of y minus 7. Must be with brackets. Equals x. And that's the end of that particular question. Lovely. Now this next question has a bracket and a negative sign. Both things throw students off. Now the minus outside is not minus nothing. It's not minus fresh air. It's actually minus 1. There's always a 1 there. If they haven't got the 1 there, you should know it's there by default. If there's nothing outside a bracket, there's a 1. Since they put a minus there, it becomes minus 1. Now, what we should do first of all now, we should multiply out this bracket. So now that will give us y is equal to minus x. Oops, I'm about to do a mistake there. Minus 3. Because minus 1 times by plus 3 is minus 3. Now remember, we've got to work out the value of x. I'm going to put that in a nice bright color for you. So we've got to work out the value of x. Now, as I said before in the previous video, if the x that you're trying to work out is negative, let's make it positive. Because you don't want to end up dividing by minus 1. So we grab the whole of the minus x as an exception. We take it to make it positive by taking it over to the other side. And as we take the minus x that side, we grab the y, we take it to the other side. We swap sides. So we now have plus x. The plus is put there for emphasis and not necessary. The minus 3 was already there. The plus y was here. It comes over, it comes as minus y. And we have finished the question. That question is done. So x is equal to minus 3 minus y. Or you can write minus y minus 3, doesn't make any difference which way around you write it. And that's the end of that question. Let's quickly finish off the rest of these 3 questions before we finish off this video. Again, we want to work out the value. We want to make x the subject. We want to make x the subject. And we want to make x the subject. Now, we have a minus outside. Let's multiply that first of all. So minus 5 times by z, that will give you minus 5z. By multiplying out by the minus 5, it releases everything from the brackets. Minus 5 times by minus x will give you plus 5x equals y. So let's highlight in a different color. Let's highlight in orange the x we are looking for. Oops, I wanted orange. Okay, here's the x that we're looking for. Now, that's good. X is positive. Right, x has been times by 5, first action. And then it's been minus by 5z, second action. So let's grab all of this minus 5z, take it over. So when you change side, you change sign. It was minus 5z, it becomes a plus 5z. So we have now in the next line y minus, y plus 5z is equal to 5x. Now we need to move the x now. Sorry, move time by 5. Opposite time by 5 is divide by 5. So we have now y plus 5z divided by 5 is equal to x. And that's the end of that question. So multiplying the brackets out here is important. It helps get rid of some of the minuses. It releases the letters from the brackets and everything's free to move around now. Okay, the next one is a nice easy one, hopefully. So we have y equals x squared. You're going to make x the subject. We just got one thing to move, and that's the squared. Opposite squaring is square rooting. So you take the squared over, it becomes square root. So you have the square root of y is equal to x, and that's the end of the game for that question. Nice and straightforward, nothing to worry about. The next question has got a bit more on it, one more extra step. So the x is first of all, again we start with the x. It's been squared, first action. It's been times by 5 is the second action. First action, second action. Now I'm going to get rid of those 1s and 2s because they're going to confuse the questions. Now you've seen them. I'm going to remove them. There we go. So the second action was times by 5. So grab the time by 5. Opposite time by 5 is divide by 5 on the other side. So we end up with y over 5 is equal to x squared. Then we grab the square. That's the only thing left to move. That comes over to the other side, becomes the square root. Now, this is another place where student makes lots of mistakes, and I'm actually going to show you one of the mistakes now. So you have y over 5. Students do this. Oh, there you go. I'll put the square root on. Now the square root is incorrect. Opposite squaring the x squared side is to square root all of the other side. So you don't just square root the y, which is physically on top. You square root the whole expression, whatever is there. So that square root is wrong there. I will now make it right. Let's get a rubber. And so that was just to demonstrate the common mistake. That's not my mistake. Okay, if I can get that rubbed off. Okay, that's beautiful. Now let's put the square root on properly now. Let me get hold of my pen again, my brush. So beautiful. That's more like it. There you go. So the square root must cover everything on the left hand side, not just one item that you see physically in front of you. And that's the end of this short video. Please, if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and please hit that the bell for notification of any new videos. Thank you.